Watch collecting is something that you either get or you don't. It's a little bit like Marmite for those of us based in the UK. But undeniably, watch collecting is something that for a lot of men is really, really important and helps them define exactly who they are. To find out a little bit more about watch collecting and to understand if it's an itch that you just need to scratch, come with me. Hey there, welcome to Men Behaving Manly. I'm Dave, and today we're talking about watches, or more specifically about watch collecting. Now, watch collecting, I think, is something that you either get or you don't. To some people, the idea of spending hundreds, if not thousands of pounds on watches that literally do nothing other than tell the time is crazy. To other people, once you've started to scratch the itch of watch collecting, it becomes an itch that keeps coming back, and you just look to increase your watch collection and do more and more with it. Now, personally, I've gotten into watch collecting in the last 6 months or so, and it does get very itchy. So today we're going to look at 3 things that can help you decide if watch collecting is for you. We're going to look at watch movements, we're going to look at watch styles, and we're going to look at watch brands. But this is disclaimer time. Let me just say I am not a watch expert. There is a lot of material on YouTube from genuine watch experts who can talk in a lot more detail and a lot more eloquently about every aspect of watches that you could ever wish to know about. We will put some links into some of my favorite watch experts in the comments below. That's the disclaimer done. Let's get into it. When it comes to watch movements, there are really 3 that you need to be aware of. First one is a quartz movement. Now, if your watch isn't quartz based, then chances are it's going to be mechanical. And there are 2 real main types of mechanical watch, what are called manual watches and automatic watches. Manual watches are the type of watch that your grandfather would have had. They're watches that you have to wind up to make work. And essentially what that winding does is it tightens a spring. That spring and the energy that's stored in that spring then powers the watch mechanism. Now, for many people, manual watches and that mechanism is the pinnacle of watchmaking. The 3rd type of watch movement is known as automatic. Now, automatic watches use kinetic energy, or the energy that's produced by your body moving during the day, and they have mechanisms inside them that turn that kinetic energy into mechanical energy that then drive the watch throughout the day. Now, automatic watches can be hand wound in many instances, but if you wear an automatic watch, the more you wear it, the more that it will self-charge, and you should never have to wind an automatic watch if you wear it daily. Okay, so there you have it. 3 different types of watch movement that you need to know about before you start watch collecting. Hey there, sorry to disturb your viewing today, but before we go any further, please click the subscribe button. Please click the notification bell if you like this content. It does 2 things. First off, it tells us which content you like, but secondly, and more importantly, it allows us then to decide which materials and which topics to talk about in the future. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching the channel. Let's get back to the video. Next up are the different styles of watch that you're likely to see in people's watch collection. So now when you're looking for a watch, you know all about the different types of movement that that watch may have, and you know all about the different types of styles that that watch might have. But what about the brand of watch? Starting a discussion about watch brands is a little bit like opening Pandora's box. We could just go on for weeks. Now, I think it's fair to say that everybody knows about the leading brands, if you want to call them that, the luxury brands, people like Rolex, people like Tag Heuer, and so on and so forth. But those watch brands are very, very expensive typically and somewhat out of reach for those starting watch collecting. Personally, today, I'm wearing a Spinnaker watch. It's an entry-level watch. It's around about $350, British brand that I personally like, that suits me for what I need on a day-to-day basis. Do I have more expensive watches? Yes. Do I have cheaper watches? Yes. It's all about personal choice. And that brings us to the final point of our video today. It's all about watch collecting and what makes sense for you. Watch collecting is a very personal thing. We all do it for slightly different reasons. We all do it with slightly different budgets and with slightly different personal preferences as to what styles we like and which movements we want. When I started watch collecting about 6 months ago, I had a very simple ethos for how my collection was going to grow. I wanted to make sure that I had at least one quartz watch and at least one mechanical watch in there. But also I wanted to start developing my collection so that I had at least one of every type of watch. So I started off with a dive watch, for example. I then moved to a dress watch. I've then gone through the various different watch types. And my collection personally is growing. Was the price important to me? Well, it was, in the sense that I couldn't afford to spend $10,000 on a Rolex for my first watch. So my ethos again was to start small, start with some of the entry-level brands, and then wear the watches, see if I liked them. Personally, for me, the military watch style, I really don't like. They don't suit my wrist. I've got one, but that'll probably be the one that I stick with, and I won't go spend more money on that. However, the dive watches I really like. They suit my wrist, they suit my style, they suit the way that I work and the way that I live my life. So I will look to expand that as we go forward. But the key thing here is that watch collecting and your watch collection should be about you, and it should help you define you and help you express your own personal preferences, your own passions, your own styles, and ultimately showcase what makes you the man that you are. Thank you so much for watching today. We hope you've enjoyed this really brief overview into watches and watch collecting. There are links in the comments below to some of the brands that we've talked about and some of the experts also that you can go and take a look at to learn even more about watches. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell if you like this material and you'd like to see more. We'll see you next time.